I'm doing just fine. I don't care for politeness and smiles. Please insult me and cry all night. I really think you need to back up now. Yeah, up he goes, ayy, hanging down on the rope. Yeah. They ask me if I'm down. I say no. I'm upside down.
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
Really good, thank you, and thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me.
So to begin, do you want to tell me a bit about your recent EP that you released?
Definitely. So I released this new EP called Upside Down at the beginning of April. It's 4 songs. It's quite a very short EP, actually. It's only like 12 or 13 minutes long, I think. I had 2 singles with 2 music videos. The first single was called Good Shit, and the second one was the main track, the title track, which is called Upside Down, and I also released a second music video for that one. I would say it's quite a different style from what I did before. It's very dark, it's very aggressive. Like now, of course, my music has always been emotional, but emotional in a different sense, I guess. And I'm quite happy with it, actually, and I'm very happy that it's finally out, because I've been holding on to it for a long time, and yeah, it just feels good to release stuff.
Okay. And how did the ideas for the videos come? Because they are telling a story, each of them. So how did you come up with that?
So for the first one, Good Shit, I worked together with Shade Kumini. She was the director of the video. And so the idea was, so first of all, we analyzed the song. We were like, okay, what am I saying in the song, actually, and what am I trying to portray? So the idea here was, of course, to write a song about kind of like an unhealthy drive for satisfaction, I guess, that we have in our society, and quick satisfaction, like instant satisfaction or instant gratification. That's a better word. So everything that has to do with consumption, everything that has to do with addiction to, whether it's our phones, social media, whether it's drugs or alcohol, whether it's pleasure, sex, and stuff like that. So these are all very hedonistic. It's a very hedonistic approach that I had in the lyrics of this song, and that's what I felt for a long time. And I felt for a long time like that. I have no idea who I am. I have no idea where I'm going. Everything feels lost and stuck. So the only thing that's keeping me alive right now is this instant gratification that I can get from this everyday life, which can be quite unhealthy depending on where you go with it. And that's what I wanted to do in this video, and that's what you see in the video, that you see all these different characters, you see all these different people that are doing different stuff, but it's similar in a way. And I'm actually, the idea was, I'm not really there in the music video, but I'm like more the devil on people's shoulders, and that I give the people this drive to do these toxic things to themselves. That was kind of the idea, and yeah, Shade did a brilliant job in executing it, and yeah, I'm super happy with the outcome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Thanks.
Okay, and so I'm guessing, as you told, that most of your songs come from your own perspective and your own experiences.
Definitely.
So I'm wondering, what else inspires you? I guess music and maybe, I don't know, traveling, and yeah, so tell me about it.
Yes, yeah, well, I definitely draw from personal experiences all the time. I think what inspires me most are extreme emotions in every sense. I guess I'm a very extreme person in a sense. I feel everything that I'm like, every emotion that I go through, I feel it like very intensely and very like heavily. So when I'm happy, then I'm extremely happy and like super enthusiastic. and when I'm down, then I'm down bad. Like, so
Okay.
there's no real in between.
Yeah.
Or maybe right now, maybe in my life is the first time that I'm maybe experiencing this in between.
Okay.
But before that, it was always super high highs and super low lows. So that's one thing which has always been very interesting to me. So in general, like this mental health aspect of it,
Yeah.
of like not understanding how to control my emotions and just feeling everything super deeply, that's definitely something that kind of inspires me. So what other things that inspire me, definitely landscapes, like
Okay.
yeah, sounds cliche, but like beautiful Luxembourgish landscapes actually.
Okay.
I like to go for a walk in the evening during the sunset or stuff like that, and all alone, like all on myself, and just to enjoy how the day bleeds into the night, I guess. Stuff like that. Relationships, whether it's love or friendships, what it means to be really a friend, and this right now also this whole idea of growing up, which is very inspiring, I guess, in a way, because you grow up with a lot of friends that are in similar stages than you are, and you observe how they are growing up differently than you are in a way. So that's also very inspiring to see and to analyze how I did my emotional growth and my personal growth and how other people do it, stuff like that, and so many more things. I don't even know where to start. Like everything inspires me, I guess. Everything inspires me, but don't necessarily write about everything that inspires me. But I will try to. I still have a lot of time, I guess.
Yeah. And you're also very open and motivating about to be yourself and how you really feel, and not to hide behind a persona, or I don't know, try to be something else. So how did that evolve? Did that come naturally to you, or did you have like a specific experience where you're like, okay, now I can be myself and also motivate other people to be themselves? So
Yeah, no, it definitely comes from a personal experience, because it's something that I haven't talked about. Like I've talked a lot about the fact that I want people to be themselves, and that I also want to be myself, but I haven't talked about like the reason why I always push this narrative. The reason, like, there are a few reasons, but so maybe one thing already was that when I started off in the music industry, everything went super fast suddenly, and I was in this position where I felt like I had to deliver, and I feel like I pushed myself into a certain kind of image that didn't necessarily feel authentic to me. So that was one thing, but that's rather a small part of the whole thing. Maybe like the biggest reason for me to push this narrative of be yourself is the fact that I hid from myself for a long time, and that's something that I learned over the years. That's why I'm pushing this narrative, that I want to motivate other people to not be afraid like I was afraid, and to just fully accept who they are from the beginning. Think back, and I'm like, I wish I could have told the 15-year-old boy to just, it's okay, just do you, and don't be ashamed for, but it's because there's so much shame and so much self-hatred going on in all this, and it's so unnecessary, and so, yeah, it just hurts, and that's why I really like to push this idea of whatever you like, who you are. Also, this whole thing of how I want to present myself, my clothing style, my the idea of painting my nails, of wearing makeup, of just going out of my or let's say going out of the society's comfort zone, and just doing whatever I want to do, because no one's gonna be hurt by me wearing makeup or nail polish, and no one gives a shit, actually, But you push yourself into this idea that everyone gives a shit, and it's not really true. All that created this idea in my head of be yourself, and that's what I want to say. That's the message that I want to give to the people and tell. And I already gave this message like before, like already in 2018 and 2019, although I didn't even do it really myself, and that's like a little bit weird, I guess. But it's not that I wanted to lie to the people at all, but I was just not ready to be true to myself. Now I am, and I'm happy that I already had this message in mind, even when I wasn't ready to fully act on it myself. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Good.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, and I really appreciate that you're not only accepted yourself now, but also that you stand up for it for other people to do the same. So
Definitely. Thank you. Means a lot because, yeah, as I said, it was a lot of unpacking to do, and then now I'm at a point now where I feel super comfortable in my own skin, you know, and I wish that for everyone. And I think the world would be a way better place if everyone would be comfortable in their skin.
Absolutely.
And there are so many people that are frustrated because of things like this, and then they will like act out on this frustration in a bad way and hurt other people, you know, and that's definitely not what we should be doing.
No, exactly. Okay, and now on to next weekend. There's something big happening. Do you want to tell me a bit about the festival?
Definitely. So, absolutely, I'm happy that you want to talk about it. So, yes. So, I'm from this small town in the south of Luxembourg, which is called Rocas. I grew up there. I really, really love the town. It's like it has a very special spot in my heart. And I felt like I want to give something back, I guess. Okay. And it's been already like 2 years at the beginning of the pandemic when I met Julien Primut, who works for the commune of Rocas. And so we got together, and he had a similar idea than I had of this idea of creating a festival. Or at the beginning, it wasn't even like instantly this idea of creating a festival, but it was more of like let's do something here because you know it's these towns in Luxembourg, there are a lot of old people and stuff like that, which is fine, but there are also a lot of young people, and we want to do something also for the young people and maybe for everyone. So we had this idea, okay, let's try and create a music festival. And fast forward 2 years, and it's going to be in not even a week, it's in 5 days. Pretty crazy. So it's called MESSTIVAL because Rocas MESS. And I basically co-organized it, and I curated the lineup, which was a pretty fun thing to do actually, and something like I have never done it before, so it was a very interesting approach to work. And so there will be it's in like everything is happening in one day. It's on Saturday the 7th of May. It starts at 2 in the afternoon. That's when the festival site will be opened. And then in the afternoon, so we also invited a lot of different organizations that represent different things, but the idea was to invite organizations that stand for modern, progressive values. So we have, for example, Rosa Lutzebusch, which stands for LGBT. We have GIF, which is for Journée Internationale de la Femme, for feminism. We have Réseau Psy, which is a mental health awareness group. We have Pipapo, which is drugs and sex prevention, and much more. So all these organizations, they will be there. They will be like information stands, and they will also do some kind of workshops, some of them, to really have an interactive afternoon with the people that are coming there, because it's a music and a family festival. So the idea was to have people there that can also help young parents to help them understand their children maybe, and then help them in how to what's the right way to, like, of course I don't want to be like, I don't want to preach to anyone how to raise their children at all, but I think there are a lot of taboo things. I grew up with a lot of taboos, and I had fantastic parents, but still there are some issues with talking about things that are extremely important. And that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to create an open conversation in the afternoon, and then at 5:30, the music will start. And there will be first a hip-hop cypher with 4 different local rappers. There will be Naomi Aye, who's a wonderful young singer. There will be Jumble feat Culture the Kid, so jazzy hip-hop. There will be Pleasing, so more of a darker math rock kind of thing. There will be Child, my good friend, who does electropop, and I will also be performing. And at the end, we have 2 DJs, which are Spot Benzer and Matthias Truinen, for those that really want to stay till the end. So I hope that there are a lot of people coming. It would really mean a lot to see some of you there. And I'm so looking forward to it. I'm so looking forward. I'm also a little scared because it's the first time that we're doing something like this. But I think it's going to be amazing, and hopefully the weather will also be amazing.
I hope so.
Yeah.
It should.
It should.
Yeah, cool. Okay. And then, so now you can tell me about one of your favorite festival or gig memories. It could be either one that you played or one that you attended, whatever you prefer.
One of my favorites where I performed was in 2019. Well, obviously, since COVID, there weren't any festivals, but it was in 2019, and that was in France, not that far from here. It was close to Nancy, and it's called Jardin du Michel, and it's like, it's not incredibly huge, but it's still a big festival. I think there were like 10,000 people or something like that. Of course, I didn't have 10,000 people watching me, but so there were 2 stages, the main stage and a smaller one. I performed on the smaller one. I think I had around 600, 700, 800 people, which was amazing. And which was crazy is just that people were just incredible. Like, the crowd was incredible. They didn't have a clue about me or who I am or what I do. And for some reason, I also had a very good day in that sense, where I really felt myself. I felt very great on stage, and I think I transported that to the crowd, and they were so hyped up, like, from the first minute. And like, we had these amazing people. Everybody was jumping. We had like mosh pits. We had everything. I went into the crowd in the final. Everything. Like, they were so hyped up, and it was an absolutely beautiful experience for a show. One of my best shows, like, and one of the best memories of a show. It was absolutely wonderful. That was great. And also one where I only attended. That was also in 2019. I was at a Dour Festival in Belgium.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I haven't been to many festivals where I just attended. I have been to a lot of festivals where I actually performed, but just being there to attend the festival is also something different. And that was like one of the first times where it was really a bigger festival. So we were there for 5 days. We camped there the whole time, as you should. And it was phenomenal. It was just phenomenal. I had such a great time. So it was just amazing. I love camping. I love connecting with random people that you will never see again, but you will have a great memory of. Stuff like that. That was absolutely brilliant. And I probably will go this year too, because yeah. But let's see.
Okay. And then, so already my last question, which I always ask. If you could organize a dinner party with anyone that you want, who would you invite? It can be no matter how many people and no matter who. And what would you serve?
What would I serve? Okay. That's a very good question. Give me a sec. I think I would definitely invite Oliver Sykes from Bring Me the Horizon. He's such like I can only invite one person. Is
No,
that
you
right?
can
Oh, I
invite
can
as
invite
many
more
as you
people.
want.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. Well, him for sure,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm just a huge fanboy, and I just love everything he does. Um, Very cliche maybe, but Billie Eilish for real. I would love to meet her.
Mm-hmm.
I really love what she does. I think she's absolutely beautiful too, and I would love to have her in front of me for dinner for sure. With and imagine, oh, Billie Eilish, Oliver Sykes, and come on, a third person. Mm, who would that be? A third person would be. Maybe some crazy film director, somebody like Christopher Nolan, for example.
Okay. Okay.
That's maybe a weird choice for my third, but that would be pretty amazing just to have like also this different kind of input.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess these will be the three people, but maybe tomorrow I would say something different. But Oliver Sykes for sure,
Okay.
or maybe Youngblood even. Youngblood would be so cool too. I don't know. Okay, let's say Oliver Sykes, Billie Eilish, Youngblood, and maybe Christopher Nolan.
That's really
Is that
good.
is that fair?
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
What would I serve? Well, I know that I think that Ollie Sykes and Billie Eilish are vegan both, so it will be something vegan definitely because I don't want to scare them or I don't want to like, you know. But I also love vegan food, so some kind of. Maybe I would do some a vegan take on a very traditional Hungarian dish because I'm half Hungarian, so it's a dish where usually you use chicken for it, but it's like it's called chicken paprikash, and so it's a very it's a paprika sauce, like very rich and tasty, creamy paprika sauce, and you do your own. Pasta. You do your own handmade pasta for it. Usually it's with chicken, but I would just use tofu instead or whatever, and serve them that and see what they think.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound okay?
That sounds great.
We can ask them. Maybe they're happy to come.
Yeah, we should. Cool. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And well, good luck on Saturday. And
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, and good luck too.
Me good, give me good shit. Where am I? Undefined cinema, what to say?